Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. I just wanted to give my final conclusion and closing arguments on, the passing of Kevin Samuels and basically what transpired over the past week due to his death. I really learned a lot over the past week. Wasn't shocked by it, but was more disappointed in seeing, in particularly black women, celebrating this man's death. And I asked this question: did Kevin Samuels kill anybody? Like that white boy who plowed down like 13 people, and out of the 13 people that he plowed down, 11 of them were black. Did Kevin Samuels ever do anything like that? Not to my knowledge. Did Kevin Samuels ever snitch on anybody? Not to my knowledge. Did Kevin Samuels ever sexually assault anybody? Not to my knowledge. Did Kevin Samuels ever try to scam anybody? Not to my knowledge. So I'm trying to figure out why all this vitriol and hatred towards this man. Why? Because he told some of you black women what y'all needed to hear for years, that a lot of dudes was scared to tell y'all, and y'all couldn't handle the truth, like Jack Nicholson say from the classic movie A Few Good Men? Is it because he, basically because he basically unbrainwashed a lot of black men into thinking that they supposed to just do all the work and only care about a woman's happiness and not their own? And he taught black men to pick themselves up, believe in themselves, and have standards for themselves. Is that what the problem is? Is it that he told some of y'all who have multiple kids by multiple men that you not really a prize? That you basically a long-term debt in most cases, when a man have to come in and raise somebody else's children because you didn't know how to pick the right man to lay down with and procreate with. So that's what you mad about? Because he told some of y'all the truth and you couldn't take it, you couldn't handle it. You saw him as a threat. And I say this again. I didn't agree with everything Kevin Samuels said. But he said some things that were spot on. Now let me ask you another question. You got so much hatred towards Kevin Samuels, right? Well, do you have that same energy towards Jason Pope? He knew he had that shit. And he was getting black women to seek out other black women to bring to him so he can give them that shit. Over 600 black women he gave that shit to, and he knew he had it. But how come y'all don't have that same vitriol and hatred towards him? Bill Maher just told y'all that y'all don't measure up to white women, even though he loved to sleep with y'all. And he said basically that Jada Pinkett should be lucky that she was compared to Demi Moore. But y'all don't have that hatred towards him. Right? What about Chad Willer? Like I said, once again, what about Eminem, who made a video saying that y'all were dumb and that white women were better? Oh, but you can forgive him, right? You can move on from him, but you just got all this hatred towards Kevin Samuels. Yeah, okay. And like I said, at the end of the day, a lot of y'all black women really just showed how gutless, spineless, cowardly, and just basically bottom-feeding black trash You just basically showed that's what you are. No compassion. And you think I want my son bringing somebody like you home to me to meet? You think I want my son to procreate with a black woman that think like you? Are you fucking serious? And if you a black woman raising a black son and you celebrating another black man's passing, something is seriously wrong with you. You're spineless and you're gutless and you are a piece of shit. And this need to be said. And if you a black woman that's raising a son that don't think like that, do you want your son to get involved with a black woman that think like that? Like I said, who raised you hoes? Like, for real. It's always been that way. Black men ain't never supposed to have an opinion. Everybody else can have an opinion except black men. We ain't never supposed to say anything. We just supposed to sit up there and just take it. So like I said before, I think it's pitiful what I saw transpire over the last week, seeing black women behaving like this. And Vivica A. Fox, just shut up. Go back to tossing 50-cent salad and slobbing on people's knobs and getting recorded and making your B-grade zombie aquarium movies. When was the last time you headlined a movie that was in the theater? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So, I'm just saying. And what about that YouTuber? I ain't gonna say his name because I don't want to give him no publicity. What about what he said about black women? Okay? But I'm saving that one for later on. See, I could do this all day. It's funny how you say this dude disrespected black women, but you don't have no problem with black women having content disrespecting black men. Y'all don't have nothing to say about Cynthia G or Paris Milan or some of them other ones, or Kristen Carrazon, who openly told black women and still telling black women to date anybody but a black man. But that's okay, right? You don't have no problem with that, right? You ain't crying bloody murder about that, right? But if a black man say something about y'all, then all of a sudden he wrong. Then you try to pull the gender card, not working. Then you'll try to come on here and say, well, what kind of man argues with a woman? Well, what kind of woman would sit up there and try to show up a man and try to challenge a man and try to degrade a man? What kind of bitch is you? Yeah, shut the fuck up. Body don't want to hear that. Go take that somewhere else. That don't work on me. But I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking a question for real. It's silence when you bring up the other side of the coin. Because this ain't a coin where it just, tails on both sides. See, when you flip the coin on the other side, then all of a sudden, then people try to talk around the situation. You don't want to hear it and all this kind of stuff. Well, you gonna hear it. Because like I said, I'll double dare any of y'all to come on my channel talking that stupid stuff. Because you will get this work. Like I said before, to hear y'all conduct y'allself and celebrate a man being deceased and passing away, disgusting. And some you black women, a lot of y'all disgust me. Not all. The only ones that's going to be offended by this is the ones that I'm referring to. And if you get mad hearing me saying this, you right. You should be offended. Just like I'm offended. I want you to be offended. Because you don't deserve to be respected. You don't deserve to be treated right if you celebrating somebody passing. And at the end of the day, you can listen to that stupid stuff that a lot of these goofy feminists be talking. A lot of these goofy ass fake black women feminists / Nazis, feminazis, because that's who they act like. Because at the end of the day, you can talk all that stupid stuff all you want. Because at the end of the day, you headed towards the undesirable, to where ain't nobody gonna want y'all sorry asses. Like I said, nobody cares about your degrees or none of that stuff. Because at the end of the day, that don't buy happiness. You keep acting the way you acted, you're gonna be 60 years old, you're gonna live in a house or apartment by yourself, waking up to a cat or a dog with a dry coochie. And that's just real talk. Because ain't nobody gonna want y'all. And you don't have to listen to me. That's fine. You gonna learn the hard way. Since you think us black men don't know anything. Yeah, keep thinking that. Because like I said, at the end of the day, I can get whatever type of woman I want. I ain't never had no problem finding a woman. That's the easy part. Getting them to stay the hell away from me is the hard part. So, you know what I'm saying? You want to listen to fools like Amanda Seales and all them type of black women that talk that stupid feminist shit? Like I said before, I guarantee you Amanda Seales' phone ain't ringing. I guarantee you she got a toy. Yeah, I said it. Go get you a toy. You know what I'm saying? To compliment you and your dog. Because like I said, you gonna die alone. So keep thinking that. You don't have to listen to a man. You don't have to value a black man's opinion. Because like I said, everybody is watching this. Ain't nobody gonna want y'all in a minute. Keep thinking you gonna be able to just grab a non-black or white man because everybody is watching this shit. I done seen videos where white dudes was going in on black women disrespecting Kevin Samuels. And they saying the same thing I'm saying. And other people of other nationalities looking at what the fuck is wrong with y'all. For real. It's not about, you know what I'm saying, whether you disagree with Kevin Samuels. It's about the fact that you celebrating that he died. And that says a lot about you, and that says a lot about your character. Take it however you want. I know somebody gonna say, oh, I don't care what no white man think or no non-black. Well, guess what? That's supposed to be your plan B. If you don't want us, right? Or you don't want to be bothered with us. Or in other words, we don't want to be bothered with y'all. What you gonna do when they don't want you? Then what? Like I said before, you gonna die alone. That's real talk. Take it however you want. I don't give a fuck. I mean every word I say. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out. And to the bitches that was celebrating Kevin Samuels' death, middle finger to y'all. Eat a dick. I'm out.